Times Square right now, and there's like a Trump protest of sorts. People forward to stand up. It won't happen. I'm currently at the New York Public Library, the iconic with like the lions in front, and I have my hot apple cider because apparently you're not allowed to have liquids in there. And so Rob and his friend Christian are just wandering around. I'm like, I'll just wait outside for you guys. And this is really good apple cider. They're having the Bryant Park Christmas market already, and it feels like winter already. It's getting cold. They have all the Christmas stuff out. Last night we went to a really good music show at Rockwood Music Hall.
Now I can twist and turn the values and the addies to point back to reality. Show you everything we want here.
And then we're seeing the Broadway Chicago tonight because they're running the marathon tomorrow, so they can't do like too much crazy walking and stuff. We are currently in Grand Central, one of my favorite places to just like come and people watch and stuff. And there's an Apple store in here. The iPhone 10 just came out, so we're gonna see what that is all about. The iPhone 10, no home button, face recognition.
So clear.
It is New York City Marathon Eve, and we're in Rockefeller Center. How do you feel the night before?
I feel good. I'm
Are
excited.
you well prepared?
Yeah.
Ready to start the day off early?
Yep.
5 a.m.
Bright and early.
Staten Island. Today is the day. I'm heading to watch the New York City Marathon because my brother's running it. I can't wait because he's ran 5 marathons before, or this is his 5th one, and I've never been to one. I've only just been able to see the posts on Facebook from my mom who was there or whoever was there. So it's the first year I can actually support him in a marathon, so I'm so excited. Update. It's slightly raining a little. It's a little cool, which could be nice for the runners, but for me it's kind of annoying to stand in this, but whatever, it's fine. I'm here to support them, and the road's blocked off. So it's mile 21 that I'm at. So I'm out by the volunteer area, and it's literally a battle zone because people run by quickly and try to grab a Gatorade and it splashes all over. Kevin Hart is apparently on his way. I've been tracking him on my app and they just announced it, so we'll be looking for him. Circle, and on my app it showed that he just passed, so I missed him again, and now I guess I'll just meet up with him towards the finish. We plan to meet at Starbucks on 76th and Columbus because he doesn't have his phone, none of us have our phones. His friend is also running it too. I'll look for his friend, but it's so disappointing because it was so hard to see because all these people were running by, and it's I was getting a headache looking at all the faces, and after a while everyone looked the same. Okay, so that was a failure. I was tracking them on the app, and it says Rob like just passed when I was getting off the subway, and then as I was trying to go up there, Christian just passed, and I was like, dang it, I didn't even get to see them or cheer for them at all today. I like tried. So I hitched a little ride on a bike taxi, and like I never do this, but I'm in such a hurry. I'm like, I gotta go meet my brother at Starbucks. Take me to 76 in Columbus. So here we go.
People often tell me I'm too young to fall in love.
So I'm here with Livspiration, and apparently she was at the finish line.
Well, I wasn't. I was at mile 26, so I saw like all the pros run by, and then I saw them like finish on the Jumbotron.
Oh,
But
I missed it. I didn't see Meb.
I got to see Meb run, and I saw Charlene Flanagan win. And then me and the people at the finish line, it's gonna be my vlog, we just cried. Like, that's literally history in the making. First American woman in 40 years
Amazing.
to win the New York City Marathon. She beat the three, I forgot who the name of the person was, but the person who she beat has won the marathon the past 3 years in a row. So it was history in the making.
And you got to see it. And apparently, another history fact I actually just learned, there's a woman, her name is, shoot, I forget her name, I don't want to mess it up. She's 70 years old, she's running this race. She was the first woman to run the Boston Marathon, and back in the day, she had put
No,
Kathleen something? I don't know.
No,
Kathleen something?
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe.
And she put initials or something, that's what they say, is like to run the race. I guess like women couldn't run it, it was only men.
Yeah.
And she registered under her initials and like snuck in and was the first woman to run Boston. So I wanted to see her today and like cheer for her, like yes, but I didn't see her. She was kind of farther behind.
It's okay.
But history, it's so cool.
Yep.
Amazing people, so inspired. As I sit on my lazy butt doing nothing with my life.
It's a magical day.
Hobbling in their little blue ponchos. Yay! Yes! Woo! Congratulations, champions! Warriors! You can do anything! So we're done with the New York City Marathon. How does it feel? Tell us your experience.
So it was a really amazing experience. I ended up starting in wave number 2, so I started at like 10:15, and I felt good. I was a little worried before the race because it was kind of damp and a little humid, and I haven't done well in humidity in training runs, so I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. But my two main goals were to just like run a good race, not do anything too fast, and beat Kevin Hart, and I did both those goals.
Nice. Yeah, I
So-
checked Kevin Hart's time and I was like, yes.
Yeah, my main thing was to just be feeling good in mile 16, which is when you first get into Manhattan and you run for 4 miles like up First Avenue. And in past marathons, I've kind of gone out too hard early, and I didn't want to have problems at that point because that's like the most crowds, the most exciting point, and I wanted to feel really good and like just enjoy that experience. So I took it really easy the first half. I ran the first half in 2 hours flat, which was very conservative based off where I was training, but I wanted to feel good, and I did, and then I was able to pick it up in the second half. So I ran it's like 1:57 second half, so I negative split by 3 minutes, that's the first time I ran the second half of a marathon faster than the first half, so I'm really happy about that, and it's a personal best.
Nice. So how many, oh shoot, low battery. How many marathons have you ran, and like what were your times for those?
This was my 5th marathon. I've done, my slowest time was like one of the Marine Corps a few years ago. I ran it in like 4 hours and 40 minutes. So this is a pretty big improvement from that.
Nice, under 4 hours.
Yeah, I was like my first was like 4:34, then I was like 4:32, 4:44, and last year I trained pretty well. But I had issues in Richmond last year, like bad cramping late in the race, so I didn't break 4 hours last year. But this year I didn't have issues.
Nice.
I was able to speed up in the last 10K, which was amazing. Like I must have passed like 3,000 people.
You passed Tiki Barber. I was watching the little dots go, and I was like, Tiki Barber, and then
Yep.
you passed him.
I was like weaving in and out of people like the whole like last like 6
Oh yeah,
miles.
Christian was saying that too. Also, this is Rob's friend Christian, and he ran as well. And apparently, like the whole time you guys were going in and out because there were so many people. So basically the whole race you were like trying to go in between people.
Yeah. I would have won a faster time if I didn't have to weave, like use that extra energy. Like I ended up running 2.63 or 26.3 instead of 26.2. Like I ran a little extra because I was kind of weaving around.
Yeah.
And if you take wide turns, you don't run the shortest. So you add to your time. No, but it was an amazing experience. Really
That's
awesome.
so good. So how was your experience? Any problems? Any goals? Records?
Set a new record, shaved 5 minutes off last year's marathon, so it's now down to 3:39.
It's a really good time.
Nice.
And so yeah, I felt pretty good throughout the whole thing. Kind of just did what felt good and didn't try to push myself too much. But I would say if I didn't have to weave around people and all that kind of stuff, probably could have done a little bit better. But
Yeah.
it was.
A couple minutes probably.
I think the coolest thing was the crowd. The crowd was loud through probably 89% of the race, and that was the coolest part about it.
Yeah, that's good to have encouragement and stuff.
Yeah. So overall, best race I've ever done, and I think that if I had the chance to do it again, I'd definitely do it again.
Yay, come back and do it next year. Are you guys gonna do it next year if you can?
Oh, the one cool thing was while I was running, there were lots of guys you'd see like 16-time finisher, or like one guy was like keeping the streak alive or something, or like 25-time finisher. It's like, wow, he's been running New York City for
I was reading about that one. Was that the same guy who I read in a little article? Like they had a little marathon book, and there was a man who lived in New York, and it was he like lived in New York for a year, worked here, and he had to move back to the UK or whatever. And before he left, he wanted to run the New York City Marathon as a goodbye New York kind of thing. And then he loved it so much, I guess he came back every year since. And this is his like, I don't know what consecutive. And he'll fly back just to come to the New York City Marathon from, I guess now he like moved back to England. But I thought that was so cool.
So many international runners, like you're just running and it's like from Barcelona, like Argentina, Brazil, like just all kinds of people.
Yeah, I heard them announcing it. And some people ran with flags. There was like a flag from Puerto Rico someone was running with, which is crazy to run with the flag the whole time, but true dedication.
Yeah. Beat Kevin Hart.
Nice.
And I passed Tiki Barber in Harlem.
Yep, life goals complete.
Or the Bronx, whatever it was.
See him?
All right, so we just got out of church. How's the post-marathon hobbling legs? Gonna go have dinner now.
Yeah, I
How
gotta
does
be at
it
like
feel?
60. I gotta be close to 60,000 steps for the day. I'm not wearing a Fitbit, but
Oh, I loved how you said you saw a guy with this shirt that said like, what was it?
he was wearing, it was like a Fitbit shirt, and it said most people know of a marathon as 26.2 miles. I know of it as 54,000 steps.
Yep, gotta get those steps in. We're at this place called Mel's Burger Bar and watching football, and it's hilarious because I'm watching Seahawks fans lose their mind over a loss right now. Big win for the Reds.
The girls, the women win. How much money?
Guy,
I need to do a Snapchat of this.
what is happening? Okay, so we're leaving the bar. We just had our like post-race drink celebration, and this guy sitting in the bar on the end had on his like medal, his running shorts, he still had his race number pinned on. It was so great. I wanted to like record him, but I didn't want to be that person. So, post update, how's the legs? Can you guys walk? Hobbling.
Yep.
Congratulations to everyone who ran the marathon. Good job, amazing accomplishment. You're all champions, warriors, can do anything.